Hello everyone and welcome back to Tempe Book Chatting. It's been a while, I know, but my life has been a real mess recently. I'll try to be more consistent in the next few months because I have a couple of nice ideas for my upcoming videos. This one's gonna be a bit nostalgic. I have always been an avid reader. I have always found comfort in books. I remember my childhood and my teenage years spent on my grand's old chair during Christmas holidays with a book in my hands. I remember hours spent in a bookshop choosing the right novel for me. I remember being so caught up in a novel that I devoured it in like 24 hours or less sometimes. But let's get to the point. What kind of books did I enjoy reading when I was a teen? I'll try to list some of the novels that I remember, and it's gonna be a bit hard because I've read a lot of books during those years, but I'll give it a try. If I had to identify the thread that ties the majority of these books together, I would say one word and one word only: vampires. I was 12 when I read Twilight. I was 12 when my life was changed forever. Twilight is our religion, and I live for the new life that TikTok gave to the saga. Oh, and I'm Team Edward, of course. Glittery skin, gentleman manners, hot, handsome. Could we ask for more? Yeah, he's a bit of a stalker sometimes, but for the 12-year-old me, he was Prince Charming, literally. And he is pro choice, the man of my dreams, or the vampire of my dreams. After Twilight, still obsessed with vampires, I read the Vampire Diaries series. I belong to that part of the population that read the books before the TV show started airing, so I was shocked when I found out all of the differences between the books and the show. I'm sorry, but I'm a Stelena supporter, especially in the show. I have my Delena moments, and I love the relationship between Stefan and Damon, but I was born as Stelena and I will die one. The Vampire Diaries was written by Lisa Jane Smith, although I've recently learned that the latest books of her sagas have actually been ghostwritten. I didn't know that as a teen, so it was a bit of a shock. Anyway, I read other works by Lisa Jane Smith, such as the Secret Circle Trilogy, which is a saga about witches, and the Dark Visions Trilogy, whose protagonist, Caitlin, is a very powerful psychic. So, yeah, I loved books about magic and darkness. Back to vampires, another book I read is Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side by Beth Fantaskey. I don't remember much of the plot, just the scene of this girl who was bitten by the hot vampire of the school and thought he was doing something sexy or romantic. Yeah, I don't remember much, but I remember enjoying it. How not to mention Beastly by Alex Flinn, a modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I also watched the movie starring Vanessa Hudgens. Tormented love stories, that's my cup of tea. The Fallen Saga by Lauren Kate, that was my cup of tea too. It was very original at the time. No vampires or monsters, but fallen angels. I watched the movie based on the first book and I literally screamed when I heard that a TV show was in production. I really cannot wait to watch that. I don't remember other fantasy novels I read during those years, but it's possible that there is more. I'll go through my bookshelves at my parents' house when I have time and I'll eventually do a part two. But I want to mention three other young adult books I read as a teen. The first is Just Listen by Sara Dessen. I have a very fond memory of this one, being a story of friendship, love, trauma, and the power of music. I think I'll read it again one day. Naomi and Eli's No Kiss List by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan is the only book I remember hating when I was a teen. Naomi and Eli are best friends. Naomi is secretly in love with him. Eli loves her, but only as a friend because he's gay, and they have a no kiss list to protect their friendship. I hated it. I even found it a bit homophobic. I don't know. I was a teenager when I read it, so maybe my perception has changed. I don't know, but I don't want to read it again. There is also a movie based on the novel starring Victoria Justice. Last but not least, I read the first book from the Pretty Little Liars series by Sara Shepard, and I did a few weeks before the TV show was aired. I'm sure I read it in like 24 hours and it was amazing, but I didn't read the other books because I started watching the show, and I know it's different from the books, but I didn't want to get spoilers. Now I'm very curious, what books did you read when you were teenagers? Please leave some comments and share your memories with me. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more journaling videos and follow me on Instagram for more bookish content. Have a nice day. Bye!